everyone. Thanks so much again for coming to class. My name is Kristen. Hopefully you have some water or something similar nearby in case you need it while we practice today. This class is called Active Yoga Basics. So if you have a foundation in yoga already, this may just offer you some alternatives to some shapes. If you're brand new to yoga, this will give you a strong foundation. Okay. So if you are coming out of an injury or you have something special going on with your body, just know that there's different ways to do this shape that I might offer for you. So try to do the best you can with the information that I give you for what's going on in your body. And you are always welcome to reach out to us through our website, through our email address there. And it's youcallthisyoga.org to find all that information. So get in touch with us or hit us up on our social media. Okay. So we're going to start mountain pose, which we always do. Separating the feet about hip width distance. That's 2 fists in between your big toes. If you can't bend down, just kind of aim best you can for that alignment. You could always place a block in between your feet as well. And you would want to place that block in its most narrow area, right? Because a lot of times we just think our hips are much bigger than they actually are. All right, so lift up all your toes, spread them out wide, and then place them back down. Find a little movement forwards and backwards. Lift up your heels. And then bring your heels down. Maybe you lift up your toes. Maybe you go really slow doing this. Forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. And then a little bit side to side. If you feel anything weird in your feet, just make note of it. If it's painful, try to stay away from that space. And we're just waking up the feet, right? Moving a little bit side to side. All right, then all of this together, forwards, backwards, left to right. And we're trying to wake the feet up. So come back to a stable place, lift up all your toes again, spread them out a little bit wider, and then place them back down on your mat. But try to do that without gripping. Then press down from your big toes and the outer edges of your heels, and your little toes and the inner edges of your heels. And you might be able to kind of wiggle a little side to side to find those 4 corners. Maybe your arches lift. This is not everyone's experience. All right, so a little bend in your knees. Soften through the lower back. That might mean drawing your tailbone down a little bit. Then engage from the core. Draw the pelvic floor in and up. That's where your core begins. Belly button to your spine. Lift your ribs up and take a moment to roll your shoulders up and back. And if you're tight in your shoulders, right, you're going to feel this a little extra. And then let your shoulders settle. Let your palms face forward, but without forcing. So no need to, reach the arms forward and bring them back unless that just feels better in your body. Deep breath in, stand a little taller. Slow breath out, feel the 4 corners of your feet. Now with that little bend in your knees, think of engaging the thighs to help you straighten your legs. Now stand a little bit taller on the inhale, reach through the top of the center of your head. And on your exhale, feel grounded down from your feet. Close your eyes. And if it's a part of your practice, Anjali Mudra, palms together at the center of your chest. And you could take a moment here, it could just be silence. It could be a mantra, a prayer. It doesn't have to be anything at all, but it certainly could be. And take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And open up your eyes. Interlace your fingers and place them underneath your chin. If you've not done this before, take a moment to just watch first. It can be a little awkward. So keep your core engaged. Keep your feet where they are. Look up towards your ceiling. A loud ha sound, drawing your elbows to touch like this. On your inhale, level your chin and lift up your elbows. Try to keep your shoulders down. Exhale, head back, loud ha sound, squeeze the elbows, draw in your core. Inhale, level your chin, lift your elbows up. Exhale, head back, squeeze the old air out. 2 more, inhale. Keep those shoulders down, bring the elbows up. Last one. At your own pace, slow it down. At the top of your inhale, maybe you can take in an extra sip, holding it in. Exhale, head back. And release your arms down by your sides, back to your mountain pose. All right, so bring your feet a little bit closer together. If that's painful, don't do it. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, release your index and cross your thumbs. I'm pretty tall, so I always lose you in the frame here. Rock a little bit side to side. If your body's telling you this is too much, maybe it's just not available to you, you could always have your hands at your hips. You can have your hands at heart center. You can move your hands around your hips in circles, whatever just feels best for you to find some movement here. And then make your way back to your center. So if you can now, bring the big toes to touch, keep a little space between your heels, engage your core, inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, reach up and over to your right. Keep your hips in alignment. Press down from the left foot, reach up through the chest. Keep reaching through the fingertips, drawing in your core. And keep the shoulders down, chin back. Deep breath in. Exhale to reach. Inhale back to your center, keeping the shoulders down. And on your exhale, stretch to your left. Ground from the right foot and lift up from your chest. Keep the shoulders down. Notice where your biceps are. If you're a little twisty, see if you can untwist. Deep breath in to find space. Exhale to reach. Inhale back to your center. On your exhale, bring your arms back down by your sides to your mountain pose. All right, so if that makes you a little dizzy, take a little extra time. A lot of blood flow there. We'll set up for a supported back bend. So hands, palms forward, fingers down at your lower back, elbows draw in. Separate your feet about hip width distance and engage your thighs, engage your glutes now. With your inhale, lift up your chest. With your exhale, press your hips forward, shift your weight back to your heels. Lifting from the chest, elbows in. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale back up and exhale to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Bend your knees with your exhale, forward fold. Take your time getting there. Okay, so once you're in your fold, grab for opposite elbows. Keep as much of a bend as you require. No forcing any range of motion here. Let your head hang heavy. Looking down at the floor or looking behind you, rock a little side to side. And a little forwards and backwards. And think of softening this space between the shoulder blades, the center of your spine to your tailbone. And if it feels available to you, try a shoulder opener, hands at your lower back. Interlace the fingers, reach your knuckles up and overhead. If it's available, you lift the hips a little bit higher. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Hands down towards the floor, lower your hips to your heels. Squat and curl, make yourself into a little ball shape. So lower the head, bring the shoulders back, your elbows in. You could stay here if this feels beneficial. Your hands could be on blocks as well. You can look a little bit forward and try lifting and lowering your heels, lifting and lowering. And then come back to your center. Check in, make sure your feet are still hip width distance. And grab one of your blocks and bring it in between your feet and a little bit forward so that if you place your left hand down on top of it, you can line up your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. If this is not feeling great for you, you could create a fist with your hand on the block. You could pop up to your fingertips that you may want to take the block down to a wider space or stack two blocks if you have them to help you with that. So always lots of options. Grounding from the left hand. Bend both knees, bend your left knee more. Engage your core with your inhale twist. Maybe you reach your right arm up. You may need to keep your right hand at your lower back. You may like a half bind. So always options, right? Do what feels best, what feels most available. Stay within your range of motion. Engage from your core. Deep breath in wherever you are. Exhale and twist. Look down, bring your right hand back down to meet your left, hang out in your fold. And we'll switch it out. Right hand grounds, bend both knees, Bend your right knee more. Inhale to twist, left arm up. So creating space between the ribs and the hips. It's easy to get crunchy here, so press the hips away. Grounding from the toes and the heels equally. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Draw in the core and lift your chest. Breathe in. With your exhale, look down. Left hand meets your right. Forward fold. Set both blocks up towards the top of your mat. Move forward if you need to. Now remember, if you need more space, flip those blocks up to their higher level. Shoulders back, deep breath in. On your exhale, bend your knees, pick up your right foot, point your toes straight back, and when you're ready, step back into a lunge. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Lower your right knee, tuck your toes or point your toes straight back, then walk your blocks back towards your body so you can sit up tall and give yourself some space. So check in with your right hip, press it forward and down, point through the right toes or tuck them, but the point there is to keep it active, whatever you choose. Left knee lines up with your left heel. Inhale, lengthen from your torso. Exhale, half splits, flex your left foot. Blocks go back with you. Make sure you didn't twist your hips, so try to feel if they're square. You could take your hands to your hips if you needed to. Point and flex through your left foot, nerve glides, pointing and flexing. Flex your left foot, engage your core, inhale to your lunge. Check in with your right hip, make sure it's pressing forward and down, but that you're not shifting the hip down. You don't want to sink down into it, just press forward and then down, active. Deep breath in. Exhale to your half splits, flex your left foot. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale to your half splits and hold. So if you want to add depth here, lift up from the chest, press out through the tailbone, elbows in and fold a bit forward. Any excessive pulling, back out or bend your knee, but keep your shoulders back, lengthening from your spine. Inhale to your lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee off the mat, look a little bit forward. Then hover your right knee down. Inhale, lift your right leg up, hold it up if you can, kick out from the right heel. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, pick up your left foot, point your toes straight back, and step back to your lunge. Lower your left knee down. Take your time for your setup on this side. You could need something totally different. Maybe this hurts your knees, so put a blanket under your knee or under your foot instead. Always options. Deep breath in. Exhale, half splits, flex your right foot. Check in with your hips. Point and flex when you're ready, working into nerve glides on the right side. Flex your foot, engage your core, inhale to your lunge. Exhale to your half splits, flexing your right foot. Keep lengthening from your spine. Inhale to your lunge. And exhale to your half splits. And if you'd like to add depth, just extend from the spine first, from the top of your head to your tailbone. Check in with your hips and then hinge a little forward. Inhale to your lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee up off your mat, lengthen through the spine, and maybe you look a little forward. Then hover your left knee down. Inhale, lift your left leg, flex your foot. Exhale, forward fold. Hang heavy in your fold. Hands to your shins, inhale, lift halfway. Actively press your hands into your shins and bring the shoulders back. Exhale and forward fold. Chin to your chest, slowly roll up. All right, so we're gonna work on some hip stuff, hips and lower back stuff today. So make sure your blocks are nearby. similar to our warriors, but we'll do some things a little bit differently. All right, so from the top right of where I'm standing, I'm going to have space to step out to the left. Inhale, arms reach up. Engage your core, pick up your left leg, begin to kick it out like it's on purpose, and then bring the left foot down. Arms out to a T shape. Let's turn the toes in first, and you can have the arms extended. You could have your hands at your hips, engage your thighs, and whatever you choose with the arms, just find a little bit of movement. So if your arms are extended and you take little circles around the shoulders, just make sure you're not moving your whole body, right? You don't want to tilt forward or backwards, just little controlled movements through the arms. If your hands are at your hips, then you're rolling your shoulders up and back. And same thing, just try to not move the torso or the legs. Keep the glutes and the thighs engaged, pressing down from the feet. Now, wherever you are, hold it there. Maybe you extend the arms and lift your chest. Breathe in. On your exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees. You can bring your hands to your hips, whatever you need to get you there. Once you're in your fold, move a little bit side to side. And just go with your range of motion, right? Don't force anything. And come back to your center. So take your hands to your hips. Press your hips up and back. Bring your chest down. Let your head be heavy. And take your hands to your hips as if you're pulling your hips up and back to lengthen your tailbone up, creating just some space there in the lower back. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Then slowly begin to roll up. Arms back out to a T shape or hands to your hips. Take more time if you need to. Then we'll go heels in, toes out. Arms are going to reach up overhead, breathing in. On your exhale, you can keep your arms up. You could bring your hands through heart center and bend your knees down into a little squat. So hands could be at your hips too as well. And then move a little bit side to side. Just notice anything that's kind of moving around or clicking around there. Maybe you have some tightness. If this feels bad, don't do it. And just hang out in your little bit of a, lunge here, lifting up the chest. All right, so you can stay here, lowering down into more of a squat, engaging the thighs and the glutes. Maybe you stay here, or with your inhale, arms reach up overhead. Best you can. Exhale, hands through heart center, lower down. Pull in the pelvic floor. Inhale, reach your arms up. Last one, exhale, lower down. So squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes, press down from your feet. Inhale, straighten your legs slow, arms up. On your exhale, warrior two, right foot to the front of your mat. Left foot turns in. You have options with your arms. Bend and straighten the right leg. And then settle. Shoulders down, lifting up your chest, breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Reach forward, flip your right palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Nice stretch here for the ribs and the hip on the right side. Left shoulder blade in. Deep breath in. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, pivot your toes, pivot your left toes out, bend and straighten your left leg. And then lower down, settling into your warrior two. Lifting your chest on your inhale. Maybe you sit a little deeper on your exhale. Reach forward, flip your left palm, inhale to reverse. So reverse, that could be a small movement, that could be big. Just go with what's available in your body and draw in towards the center line of your body to reach out. Deep breath in. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg, pivot your toes. Heels in, toes out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Bend your knees, lower down. All right, so stay here or lift up your right heel. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower your right heel. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn the toes in. Left foot steps back over to the right. Exhale, back to your mountain pose. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. All right, so we'll take tree before we lower down to the floor. So lowering your left foot down, pressing the left foot down, lift your right heel up, take your knee out to the right, then slide your heel up your calf. This might be where you want to stay. You might want to keep your foot on the floor. You may want to bring your foot to a block. That's a nice option too, especially if your hips feel a little off. And then you might want to take your heel up towards your inner thigh. Whatever you try to do, press the right foot into the left side and vice versa. Try not to kick your left hip out. Maintain that alignment, shoulders and hips. Track the right knee open. Press down from the left foot. Reach up from the top of your head. One or both hands to heart center. And you take it from here. There's no such thing as a wrong tree. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Wherever you are in your tree, slowly come back to your center. Ground the right foot down. Take anything you need to shake it out. I like to turn the left toes under as a little counter stretch for that standing leg on the other side. So right foot grounds, left heel lifts, take your knee out to the left and find the foot placement of your choice on this side. Get that right side working for you. Use the glute, use the thigh, track your left knee open. When you track your left knee open, make sure the left side of the rest of the body doesn't go with you. Try to keep it forward. Find the tree that works best for you. If you fall out, you have time to start over. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Slowly come back to your mountain pose, releasing your left foot down. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time on your exhale, elbows out. Press the chest forward. Lift up out of your lower back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, however you want to get there. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, lower your hips down towards your heels, rounding your spine. And then look forward, make your way down to your seat, however you'd like to get there. So check in with your surroundings, make sure you know if you have a water around you, where it is. So we're gonna lower down to the floor. So a block in between the knees is nice and helpful to keep those thighs working and the feet grounded for you as you lower back. Just an option. Then pull the knees into your chest, give yourself a little squeeze. When you do this, press the tailbone down, flex the feet, feel the spine lengthen down. Shoulders down towards the floor and tuck your chin because you might have your chin pointed up. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull your knees towards your chest. Press your hips down. Pull in your core when you press the hips down. Inhale, belly lifts. Exhale, knees in, shoulders down. Last one, breathe in. Exhale and pull. And then kick your heels up towards your ceiling. Flex your feet, reach your fingertips towards your toes. When you reach your fingertips towards your toes, keep your shoulders where they are. Don't extend up from the shoulders. Then lift your head and shoulders without rounding. You can hold it here. This could be an isometric hold or pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lift up and hold. Palms together, reach to your left, hold or pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lift up and hold. Strong from the legs, take it to the right, hold or pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lift up and hold. Reach back to your center, kick up from the heels. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower down, give yourself a little squeeze, let the shoulders relax down. And bring your feet to the floor. When you bring your feet to the floor, draw your tailbone down. You might want to lift your butt up and bring your back down to the floor. Just make sure you're grounded, but still have a natural curve in your spine. Then extend your left leg long. Hang on to your right knee. So draw the right knee up and in towards the center line of your body. Inhale, belly lifts. Exhale, pull the knee in, kick down from the heels, press out from the heels. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull and kick. Last one, inhale. Exhale and pull. Then bring your right foot down, slide your hips over to the right and move into your twist. Use whatever you need here to feel more supported or more stretchy in this shape. Less injurious with more support is a good thing. So draw the right shoulder down, press down from the hips, kick out from the left heel, deep breath in, slow breath out. Stay here longer if you like, or draw in the core, roll back to your center, shift your hips back over to the left so they're lined up, shoulders and hips together. Draw the knees in, a little squeeze. Extend your right leg long. Hang on to your left knee, draw it in towards the center line. Flexing the feet, inhale. Exhale and pull. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Keep the shoulders down, inhale. Exhale and pull. And bring your left foot down, slide your hips over, take your twist. Engage your core, roll back to your center when you're ready. Slide your hips back over. Draw those knees back in, give yourself another squeeze. And if you like happy baby, maybe you take your hands to your feet or to your ankles and then kick your feet up, drawing your knees down towards your underarms, at the same time kicking up from the heels. You can rock, you can be still, whatever you prefer. And bring your feet and knees towards each other, lower your feet back towards the floor. Lift your tailbone, tuck it under and bring it back down. And then bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees open up. Press into the feet. Draw the pelvic floor up, belly button to your spine. And then press into your feet, draw your knees together, walk your feet out so your knees draw in. Movement is up to you. You could be still if you just like bringing the knees towards each other, or you could draw one knee down and the other. And walk those heels back in. And we'll set up for our final shape, Shavasana. So if you'd like support, maybe you have a bolster or something to go underneath the knees or underneath the legs in a way that it feels good in your body, right? If it doesn't feel good, you don't want to do that. Knees, something under the knees can be helpful as well. But it's not always helpful, right? Sometimes it doesn't feel good. Draw the shoulder blades under to lift your chest. Let your heels be in, your toes fall open. Palms face upwards, but not forcing any of these movements to happen. And then let your eyes close. Check in with your jaw. You might need to wiggle it a little bit to let it relax. Feel the heaviness of your shoulders, right? You might have to shift them a little bit to remind them to let go. Same with your hips, your core, your lower back, all the way down to your toes. Just taking time to notice what you can let go of. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Take as much time as you need here to wake up your body. Stay here longer if you prefer. I'll be moving towards my seat. Close class with a short breathing exercise. Join me if you like. So if you're at your seat, sit up tall, shoulders back, light engagement of your core. Palms wherever they are most comfortable for you. That could be down on the knees, up. Hands could be in your lap. There could be a mudra or something else that you like to do. Inhale, let your belly expand. Through your nose, a forceful exhale. Feel it in your throat. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe normal. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to breathe normal. If it's a part of your practice, palms together at the center of your chest. Sitting up tall. Press your chest into your hands or into the sides of your thumbs. And thank your mind and your body for what it's capable of today. Different than yesterday, different than tomorrow, just today. Thank you so much for joining me, and you call this yoga. Namaste. All right, thank you so much for joining. Join me on Friday mornings for a restorative version of this class. We do a lot less postures, but we do some of these postures in a restorative fashion. So something to just add to your yoga awareness practice. All right, thanks so much. Hope to see you soon. Bye.